Let's wait a little bit, man. Give the people time to come in. Let me see. Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm still pretty new to this stuff, man. Okay, there we go. All right, y'all. And Messenger, please quit hitting me up. Hey, hey, peace and love. Peace and love. Islam. Peace and love. Peace and love. I know I promised y'all a live, man. Uh, a while back. Just got busy. It's been a lot of work to do, man. So let me see this thing. How we put this down. What is this? There we go. Assalamu alaikum. Sheikh Ali. Hey, peace and love, Sister Rayana. Brother Jelani. Yep, let me get up here. Brother BC Islam, Inner Beauty. Peace and love. Brother Fields L. Bay. Brother Brownell Walker, Islam. Shalawam, Cosme Noop. Brother Yarad, Ashe. Hey, there you go, Sister Alchemy, peace and love. Sister Lisa Jenkins, peace and love. C7 Bay, Islam, peace and love. Yoni Melanin, peace. Brother Philip Parr, Ashe. Zena Williams, Islam, peace and love. Gay Arundel, Akeem L, peace and love, brother. Jealous, peace and love. Jeremy Scone, peace and love. Winnie Musso, okay. Yeah, we got people coming on in. Tahuti Day, Pazia Moore, Ali, Omar Raphael, peace and love. Colin Alexander, man, y'all flowing on in. Well. I'm not gonna be long tonight. Just want to talk about a couple of things that's on the horizon for the blood right heirs. I have my Senegalese Sufi order crown on tonight. You know, given to me by my brother Neb Nine Sapo Nupuel. He gave me my bayat probably about 5 years. Well, what is that now? 6 years ago. There's some very few people knew. But what we're gonna talk about tonight is what's going on with this thing dealing with Donald Trump. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I love it. Trump proved everything that I said in January of 2017. And now, what was that? 4 years ago? That he was just what the doctor ordered. All you gotta do is go back and watch that video. Go watch the video. He was just what the doctor ordered. We all knew that this fraud was going on, man. People were getting slighted and railroaded, in the corporate federal corporation, as well as the incorporated franchisees that call themselves the states of. We already knew this. And what he did was he exposed all of the corporation, state and federal, from the top down, that the whole shit is fraud. If you go back and read my public records, when I was banging on that beast, he proved everything that I've written over the last 11 years. 11, 12 years. He proved it. So, the Supreme Court, I'm glad they played their hand. I'm glad because everybody, that's an Article 3 court. I've been telling you people, you cannot have an Article 3 court in the democracy. It's impossible. You can't. I mean, the moment that they said, these are the major cases, and the blood right heirs, they already know this stuff because we cover it in our private group. Epperson versus Arkansas, Cox versus Louisiana, Cantwell versus Connecticut. They have written in those case laws. One of the ones, I think it's It's either Epperson versus Arkansas or Cox versus Louisiana. They had the nerve, the U.S. Supreme Court had the nerve to go on record and say that they have a constitutional democracy. This is what they said. So, thank you, Mr. Donald Trump, President of CEO of the corporate United States, for proving everything that I have been saying for the last 11 years. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. As you can see, uh, the only dog that we have in that fight, as Paleo American autochthonous aborigine Moors, is the Constitution, organic 1787 written Constitution that was taken from our law, the Guy Nashagawa Great Law of Peace. And if you know anything about that and go and study it, I've had that in the OneDrive since 2015, the Guy Nashagawa Great Law of Peace. You go and do a comparative analysis, some of those words in there are actually Hebrew or Proto-Hebrew. So that tells you who wrote that and who gave them their constitution. Moors. So, people want to say Indians. To the best of my knowledge, Indians didn't speak Hebrew, a Shemitic tongue. So, go figure. So, with that being said, let me see where we at. Hold on. All messages are visible. Let's see. Y'all still coming in? Let me see. Can y'all hear me well? Let me know if y'all can hear me, man. Give me if you can, give me a thumbs up. Okay, good. Loud and clear. Loud and clear. Okay. I'm still kind of new to this technology, man. I don't do a lot of videos, man. So, but where does this put us, the blood right heirs? Those who have read the census, now that it's already gone out, which I found it very interesting that Mike Pompeo, he actually visited Organization of American States and the UN, after he received that. So where does this put us? Puts us in a beautiful place for the simple fact that, like I've always told you guys, there's claim and proof of claim. You see what I'm saying? Peace and love, Chicago crypto hustler. There's claim and proof of claim. And this is what it's going to boil down to. If you make the claim, the burden of proof is on you. It's on you. Not only that, Brother Tyrone and I, for the last 7 years, everything we've done dealing with the dissent, the markers, is proving everything what we've been talking about dealing with the Melanesian, Australo-Melanesian, Polynesian, Asiatic migrations, and coming into an even older people that was on the land. Now what has happened is we have reached a number, what's called a representative sample. That's where I was able to put potential 60 million in the census. You follow what I'm saying? Because we've already met the burden of proof. Not only have we met the burden of proof, the numbers time and time again kept adding up, proving what I was saying. So, pretty soon, that in and of itself, by showing nationhood, is basically the same thing that they did with the Declaration of Independence, dealing with the laws of nature. You're welcome, brother. I mean, Bay. Ashe, brother. You're welcome. The laws of nature and nature's God. It doesn't matter what comes out of anyone's mouth. We can give less than a damn about that. When you have the laws of nature and nature's God, which is the same thing that allowed them to do their what they call Declaration of Independence, we're doing the same thing. We got all the aspects to show. So those who uh, are finished, I commend you. I applaud you for sticking with the process, getting on the census. You are to be commended. Those who are midway, who run into financial stresses and stuff, stick with it. You will get there. Uh, if you are midway, uh, the Grand Vizier and I, we have talked about at some point in time in the future, we're going to have to do a moratorium. One is going to have to be done. I don't know the date. Please don't ask me. Uh, if you are mid halfway when that moratorium comes, you will still be included. You will be finished up, and uh, those who haven't started, you're just going to have to wait. And the reason being is because once the liquidity event takes place, we have to get set up our various offices, everything. Right now, the Constitution and the Charter are being reviewed, so we pretty much have everything. And we also got to make sure that those initial counts, those people who have initially been counted, we have to take care of them because now this is nation building time. So we have to take care of our people. Once everything is set up, the doors will be open. They will resume uh, taking people in because we do know there's going to be a lot of people coming. And the thing about it is, which is man, the Most High creator the heaven and earth, Yahweh Uludumare Amen Allah, is truly wonderful. I never did see this thing extending that far. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to say any names, but we've already been in contact with people who are actually in the music industry, well known, that's already started, the process. Uh, it's just growing. It's taking on a life of its own, you know. And I would never take credit for it for the simple fact that, man, I'm just a worker. That's it. I do the will of the Most High. I'm just a worker. I do what's asked of me by the ancestors. Uh, Most High created the heavens and the earth, and to get us where we need to be. But it's taking on a life of its own, and it's growing exponentially. So pretty soon, we have the numbers, we got the blood, as I like to say, money on the wood make the bed good. So we got the money on the wood, uh, and next we'll have the people to occupy and fill these various positions of government. So uh, I will say this, and this is a notice: if you are criminal minded, if you're involved in criminal activity, we don't want you. Do not come this way because what we're building, it has to last for our children's children's children. And I'll be damned if we let somebody up in here selfish that will destroy what we're trying to put together. So if you're that type of individual, do not come this way. And if you do try to come this way, rest assured, the laws of Ma'at don't play. Karma decrees that there is no debt in the universe which is left unpaid. So may Allah reward you with everything you deserve. So, uh, other than that, uh, a lot of people have been in my inbox on Twitter, uh, Facebook Messenger, uh, just you know, just coming, man. Just like I said, just growing exponentially. And uh, I try to get back to y'all or my email. They reach out to me via email. Uh, Excuse me if I can't get back to you as fast as maybe you may like. I try to hit everybody. Uh, thank you, man. Thank you for the birthday wishes, Ashe. Thank you. Uh, I try to reach back. Hey, Sabali, how you doing, Lashara? I try to reach back to everyone in a timely fashion. Uh, Pretty soon, all of this is going to be administrative. You know, yes, yes, we have trucking is on our radar as well. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have so right now. Let me tell you what we have. We have paralegals. We have some truckers. We have people in the medical field. We have civil engineers. We have traders, people that's very studied in crypto. We have IT technicians. We have the building blocks, and it's steadily growing. People from all walks and professions and stuff. So you know, here pretty soon, like I said, with the Grand Vizier, we're gonna need your proposals. You know, gonna need your proposals and your expertise. Your fields, so that we can do that, and we'll circulate our credits in our economy. We'll create our economy with ourselves. Uh, I'm not going to say too much about that because some things, like I said, this is a public platform. Although everything that we already have talked about is public record, but we do have more finer details. With this thing right here. So let me see what else. Bring y'all up to speed. The census pretty much was received by everybody except three. There will be a certificate of service and addendum. The card department is open uh, with African American Clan of Moors in Texas. The IDs, they have that. You can get in touch with them. Uh, we even have uh, people who are very very thorough in trust administration and trust creation. So we have that department open. We pretty much, man, we got our hands in everything, man. Literally the Kraken, 8 tentacles, spread out everywhere. So, this thing is beautiful, man. I mean, man, praise the Most High, creator of the heavens and earth, man. It's bigger than what I could have ever even imagined. So, but enough about me and what's going on and the family. Let me look at some of these questions and see what we have popping. Y'all, can you believe it, man? When I started this, all this was solid black, man. Man, let me see. Brother Zachary Evans, our connection in Deutschland. Yes, sir. We got connections overseas too, man. It's about to spread over there. He's doing some wonderful things in regards to investigation for our future commerce in Europa. So thank you, brother Zachary Evans Bay. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see. See what we got. Yeah. And if Big Brother said, "Gee, Father God, let us make man." Yeah, man. So if I don't call all y'all out, charge it to my head, not my heart. I love all y'all, man. So let me see. Yoni Melanin, how can you get in contact with me? You can reach me through ObaShango-El.com. O is in Oscar, B is in Bravo, A is in Alpha, S is in Sierra, H is in Hotel, A is in Alpha, N is in November, G is in Golf, O is in Oscar, E is in Echo, L is in Lima.com. And you can email me from there. You see the email icon at the top of the homepage in top right. Okay. So let me see. Yep, solid black. And I had locks. That's right, brother Ronnie. Mm-hmm. Overstand the good more. Did you finish? If you have, please get with Brother Timothy Bay. He's over our QA department. Email address is worthy warrior, the number one, at gmail.com. Worthy warrior one at gmail.com. It's WorthyWarrior number one at gmail.com. He's our QA. From QA, uh, he lets me know that everything checks out, all I's dotted, T's crossed, documents properly recorded, uh, the non-UCC filing properly recorded. He gets you over to me. I add you to the group, and then I send you to our census verification team, which is brother Alif Amnon Urianel and brother Antoine uh, Amos Bay. So be sure to get with the QA department. Those who finish, get with the QA department. And once again, that's Timothy Williams Bay, worthywarrior1 at gmail.com. Okay. Please be considerate of his time. You know, he doesn't have to do this, but he was kind enough to take that burden off of my shoulders because we have had people, man, and people, please slow down in your reading and your comprehension. And the mistakes that some people have made should not have been made. That lets me know you just sliding your eyes across words. Slow down, please. Uh, he makes sure everything is recorded properly, and then we get you on to the next step and get you into the group. Okay. So uh Chicago crypto hustler dealing with that right there about the blockchain. Uh I told the Grand Vizier that I think you may probably want to talk to him, get with him. I think he said he's talked to you once before. But yes, we are looking at that. The difference with that and ours is once, we're looking at the blood in blockchain. It's over. See, once again, this is what I've been trying to tell these people, man. There's claim and proof of claim. But anything that is yours, warded and afforded to you by the Most High in regards to blood, the right of blood and kindred cannot be destroyed by any civil law. That's a maxim of law. God and not man makes the air. That's a maxim of law. You follow what I'm saying? Uh an heir is either by what they call an heir is uh is one who by act of God and right of blood does descend some estate or inheritance. So a lot of people, man, who are afraid of the genetic aspect, they just want to stick with the tribes. The tribes don't go back far enough, and I've been telling people this for the longest. I don't care about your creation myth because guess what? Those who are reciting the creation myth are composed of deoxyribonucleic acid. You follow what I'm saying? And there's timelines within that, as well as archaeological sites over here. Like when I mentioned Wyatt Laco, I have the white papers from the U.S. Geological Survey that dated it that age. I have that. You follow what I'm saying? I have the whatnot where Virginia Steen McIntyre was threatened because of her fines. I have all of that. I have the University of South Carolina fines on the Topper site. I have the state of Tennessee's records as well as U.S. Department of Interior's records on the Pygmy skulls, dealing with the Negritos, the Melanesians, the Papuans, the Orangasli, the Malay, the Atas, the Australoids, all of that. I got all that stuff. Yeah, those who've been to my OneDrive, they know, man, that thing is a Desert Eagle. The OneDrive is a Desert Eagle. It shoots 50 cal slugs with an unlimited clip. So I got all that stuff. So once we do that in regards to uh, blockchain and blood, it's finito. You know, it's just a wrap. So yeah, like Lashara Sabali said, Lashara Sabali Bay said that OneDrive is a fool. You hear me? Oh man, had me cracking up when you said that, girl. So overstand the good boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can definitely talk about that, fam. Uh, in Bama, yes sir, yes sir. You know my roots are from there, man. You know, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas, and Tennessee. Yeah, so you know, most definitely, man, not a problem. Okay, Arendelle, good deal, good deal. So Nasir, hey, say we needed another video, brother. I be trying, man. I be trying. I just, you know, just one man, man. That's as you see, I'm trying to space it out and get people to help here and there. So, you know, it frees up a little bit of time, man. I mean, after this live, I got to go back to work. You know, I got to get some documents done. So, you know, that's where we at. But I will try to, as things wind down, I will try to be, you know, a little bit more regular. Washita, man. Peace and love, family. Come on home. Okay. Uh, Crystal Vaughn Simpson. How do you get in touch with the people dealing with the IDs and what's the cost? Uh, Alif Amnon Urianel. No, excuse me, not Alif Amnon, but brother Antoine Amos Bay and the African American Clan of Moors. Uh, Send me an email and I'll forward it to them. Send me an email at obashango at msn.com and I'll forward your inquiry to him. Okay. Tassimo Sazi Bay, 13 Love. What are your thoughts on doing an injunction? Well, here's the thing. Uh what was that? Somebody missiles, pistols, rifles, and the likes in the one drive Rayana Hall. uh 13 Love. My thoughts on an injunction. Here's the thing. When you're dealing with these courts, and our Chief Justice of my aunt, she will tell you, she was uh she was getting cases closed on those with the status of Negro or African American based on the documentation that we have. Because once you bring forth the truth that there's a fraud, they can't proceed because that's fraud upon the court. If they proceed and you got all the evidence, you literally, man, can place a claim against their bonds. And that's the one thing that these public officials hate. They don't want you, number one, discovering that they are in fraud. There is nothing over there that is lawful in the democracy. The only thing that makes it what they call legal is because you agree to it. But lawful, no. It does not have constitutional principles that it stands on. And like I said, I'm so glad that the Supreme Court of the United States played themselves with Donald Trump because I'd already been saying that for the longest, man. They a dead horse. They're fraudulent. The moment you start making claims of this is a democracy and then worse, a constitutional democracy and what's known as stare decisis, man, you shitted on yourself. Point blank. Point blank. Without the coronavirus and the need to run to the store to get tissue, you shitted on yourself. That's what you did. You played yourself. And man, Trump proved everything that I've been saying. Everything. Yes, sir. El Anthony Ogun, Ultravirez. That's right. Ultravirez. And man, I mean, he played, man, dude, he played these people, man. They so stupid. And this is what greed does to you, man. Their greedy nature. When you choose greed over justice, when you choose greed over justice, you're going to fall. It's inevitable. Because that's a fool. A fool and his money shall soon part ways. You follow what I'm saying? When you choose righteousness over what they call mammon, you know, the Most High will open up the universe, man, to where it'll always flow to you. You know? So, once again, Donald J. Trump, you know, if you do see this, You know what I'm saying? From the blood right heirs, the Paleo American, Autochthonous Aborigine, blood right heir Moors. We thank you, man, for exposing those people. You know, thank you for real. You know, so when it comes to an injunction, all you really have to do is have the documentation under seal. Have it under seal because when you get it from their databases under seal, uh, there's really nothing to argue about when the fraud is right there. You know, and they like to pretend like they're solvent. And what's his name? Trafficking. Mr. Speaker, we are here now in Chapter 11. Members of Congress are trustees presiding over the largest bankrupt entity in history, the U.S. government. You know, under seal, congressional records under seal. You know, when you put that in their face, man, same with the 14th Amendment, these things, man, basically to proceed further in fraud, they open themselves up for personal liability. Personal liability. So, depends on how you want to work it. One of our Moors, he has a cold right to travel game, one of the blood right heirs, cold right to travel. Uh, Dealing with trust in vehicles and things of that nature. He's very thorough, but I'm not going to speak on that on here. That he may not want me to, but we got some good people, man. We got some cold people. Yeah, they did. Every time he did mention the 14th Amendment, they went running. That's right. That's right. They sure did. Yeah, they did kill James Traffic, and he died in a tractor on a farm on a tractor accident. And they said the way it actually happened, it was almost virtually impossible that he could have been there by himself and that happened. Like it was definitely some foul play. Yeah. The U.S. was shut down June 5th, 2019. Uh, that I don't know, but I did see, Brother Torres, that United States Federal Corporation is reported as closed on Dun and Bradstreet. It's reported as closed. When? I'm not sure. Yes, sir. Overstand the good more. The information is key. It's important. Yes, sir. Okay, family. Just Derek, yeah, y'all reached out to me one time. Just give me a call. Most definitely. Most definitely. Y'all know how to reach me. That's the L. Blood on the wood. Makes it all good. Facts. Good to see you. All right, I say that to L. Yep, you're right, L. That is the Bible. Yep. Use them scriptures, man. Man, let me tell you. Noble Drew Ali. Man, I don't care what anybody say. Where would we be without that man? You know, he was so ahead of his time, man. And when he said, "Every word I speak is spirit, and you Moors better take heed," he was definitely walking with the ancestors. And what the here's the thing: the ignorance of people that trash Moors and all this type of stuff. This just shows me, man, that they're not well studied. They're not well studied because they don't get into the phonology of language. Number one, when you start studying these languages, you'll find out, man, a lot of them have Shemitic tongues, Shemitic root. They have Middle Neter root, as well as uh, Phoenician, Canaanite, Proto Hebrew, all of that. And if you look at the painting of the Yamasee War of 1715, they got people on the battlefield dressed just like Noble Drew Ali with the turban, the feather out the middle, uh, the short kind of smock. They got scimitars. They got tarbush, wearing tarbushes. I mean, I'm like, dude, What are you not seeing? You know, even when you see the pictures of the various Apaches in the Southwest, which is my mother's lineage. They have spears, shields. They have short tams, small tarbushes. You know, some of them got turbans. These people is dressed like Muslims. And then when you go into the research of Kufic Arabic is one of the earlier scripts, around about maybe about the 8th century. It's found all throughout the Southwest, carved on rocks, everything. You know, 6th, 7th century. It's found here. So you know, without Noble Drew Ali and him saying study, study, study. You know, his study leads to political positions. What we're studying, it leads to political positions because what I've noticed is a lot of these people uh, who have a problem with Paleo American autochthonous Aborigines uh, classifying themselves as Moors, they lack the ability to put that pen to work. You know, their pen game is it ain't it. you know, so you have to be active with this. So at this stage of the game where we at, I don't really even care, concern myself with what other people say because we damn near at the finish line, man. Right there at the tunnel, the train coming out the tunnel, man. We about to come into the light. Everything's in place, you know. But I will say this: don't hate now and think I don't know who you are, and you try to show up at the dinner table with a fork, knife, and spoon to eat with us. Break your plate. Ain't nothing here. That's real. You know, La familia por vida. Family eat first, and that's what it is. So, thank you, brother Aleph. Thank you, thank you. I most definitely will try. Yes, Punic Latin. That's right. Our King Bay. Yes, sir. Peace and love, fam. That's right. Don't throw away your Bibles. That's what the Holy Prophet said. Wow, I didn't know that, Charles Simpson. I like to get some proof of that. If he asked him that, that's not a good look. Yes, sir. Fat meat's greasy. So no, I haven't heard anything about that. Uh, it wouldn't surprise me under reorganization, but the way everything is going, if they got the military on the ground, you know, there's some big changes going on that I don't know. Let me see. I have a law and related matters folder, KOA. You can start there. Yep, depends on what topic you want to know about in regards to the law. But law and related matters folder. The brothers from the east. I don't know. I've often wondered that. A lot of people tend to think that it's China. I don't know. Uh, that part, I too much don't give any thought to. I believe the helping hand that we are looking for is at the end of our own arms. You know, we have to do this ourselves. Yes, sir. Omar Raphael. La familia siempre primero. Yes, sir. So, yeah, we're going to have to do this ourselves, y'all. We can't rely on outside help because if you do, number one, no one knows the intentions or the hearts of anyone who's there, and they say we're here to help. You know, history has shown that time and time again. You know, so it's best to do it yourself. You have to build yourself, man. You know, I guarantee you. For example, let's look at our cousins in what they call Africa. A lot of them have lost their ports. They're losing. What they end up doing is these people, the Chinese, they will give you loans. They'll do that. They will give you a loan, and they know without a shadow of a doubt, 9 times out of 10, those nations are going to default on those loans. So the next thing up is to seize the collateral. The collateral could be gold mines. The collateral could be timber. The collateral could be oil fields. The collateral could be your fishing rights off the coast of the nation. It could be anything. And next thing you know, man, you're at a detriment, a disadvantage. So it's best, you do this thing on your own yourself. And it can be done. You know, teamwork make the dream work. One hand wash the other, both wash the face. And when you do that and you get established, you don't owe anybody. That's it. You're self-contained. Uh, we've seen it before. You know, uh, we've done it before. Tenochtitlan, you know, Palenque, uh, aka Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street, uh, in Tulsa, North Carolina, uh, 9th Street in Little Rock, Arkansas. You know, we've always made something out of nothing, and once we got there something, we grew it even into a bigger something. So it's best we do this thing ourselves, man. Let's not try to look, you know, for somebody else because 9 times out of 10, there's an ulterior motive lurking somewhere. You know. What do you think the apparatus is the Moors will be up in? Do you think it can be saucers? There's a possibility. Uh, I had an uncle who was a major. He was up a lieutenant colonel before he retired, and we were sitting and talking one day, and I asked him. We got on the topic of extraterrestrials and stuff, and before he passed away, he told me some things that yes is real. He's seen things in regards to uh, his military career that yes, they do have extraterrestrial technology that is not of here, brought by someone. He told me about Patterson Air Force Base. He told me a number of these things. Yes, yes. Could it be what the prophet is saying? I don't know. That I don't know. Uh, I do know this too, that there's a possibility that uh, the light body might be activated, where one can turn themselves into a Merkaba, and that deals with the science of the Mudalahara, which is the root and the crown. And once you activate the Merkaba, one spins clockwise, the other spins counterclockwise, and that's the science of biological anti-gravity. You know, so it could be something to that effect where maybe we become Merkabas. I don't know. I don't know. It's up for speculation. Stuttgart, Natchez. Kasir Efirash. Yep. I'm just trying to go through these. You know, my goal would be, man, I'd like to see us do it on our own. I would like to see us do it on our own. As personally. Yeah, it says his ability to prophecy was crazy. But what happens is, Shadow Dweller, a lot of times when you open yourself up to ancestral energies, everything is already written in what they call the Akashic records. Akasha, also known as the fifth element of ether, also known as prana. It's already written what is, what was, and what will be. And the reason, now we get into a quantum level of understanding. You have to understand that first and foremost, what is, what was, and what will be. If it's on this plane here, then you're talking about a physical manifestation of physicality of something. And the possibilities are endless of how that physicality can manifest itself, you know. So when you open yourself up to those things and you live a certain lifestyle, you do, certain amount of meditation and proper breathing and all of these other things, man, then uh, the visibility of seeing what's coming, you know, uh, it's a lot. The ability is easier and it's a lot clearer. At times, some of us can tap into it, and some of us can tap into it more than others. But yeah, most definitely. Yeah, Europeans telling the truth. Shazier Schaefer Bay, risk management has risk management or hazard bonds, things of that nature. You have to start there. Being that people are starting to catch on now, a lot of them are starting to try to hide this stuff, man, because we know what's going on. All these cases got Q-subs. They have a slush fund called a comprehensive annual financial reporting account, CAFR accounts. You know, the truth is out there now, man. You know, and you have to kind of do your homework and your research to where these bonds and whatnot would be. But risk management is one of the places. A couple other places out there that they may have. Yeah. Hey, Empress Bay. Peace and love, Sister Evelyn. Good to see you. Yeah. So, like I said, being that this thing is growing, man, exponentially. Right now, we span 28 states was the last count, and it's steadily growing. Yep, 28 territories. You know, and I'm just thankful to be a part of it, man. I don't look at myself as the tip of the spear, none of that. I'm just thankful to be, happy to be a part of it. You know, uh, it's beautiful, man. It's very, it really is. I'm just kind of scrolling through here, y'all, so just bear with me. The Joseph L. Peace and love. Yes, 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 yes. Let me see. Y'all bear with me, man. I'm trying to get questions. Okay. Nation time. Yes, sir, L. Anthony Ogun. Yes, sir. Miss Hot Springs, Arkansas, Manataka, Valley of the Vapors. Yep, I look forward, man, to when we start up the Manataka conventions in the Valley of the Vapors, man. That was like one of the oldest United Nations, man, where we used to meet people from as far as South America, the West Coast, the North West Pacific, the Northeast, the Southeast, the East Coast, the South, the Great Lakes region. Man, they used to come down here, man, and we would sit in the Valley of the Vapors. It's so sacred, man. The goddess. It is also known as the land of the goddess of Ishel, Lady of the Rainbow, the goddess of the Rainbow, Ixchel, which is a Mayan goddess. She was over the Valley of the Vapors, and it was deemed sacred by the mothers. The mothers will not even allow you to bring weapons into the Valley of the Vapors. It was only meant for peace, harmony, a good time, and any tribe that may have had tribes that had beefs with each other, hey, let's sit down and talk it out, man. You know what I'm saying? Smoke some big backwoods and hash it out with dialogue and chop it up. You know what I'm saying? Get an understanding. And if you want to start a fight, the mothers will have the security. Get your ass out of here, man. Get you up out the Valley of the Vapors. And, that was the first place they closed down in regards to a national park. I want to say 1832. It was 1830. I think it was 1832. And then 2 years after that, Andrew Jackson did the Trail of Tears. But yeah, Hot Springs is the first national park. Yeah. In the 1930s, they all the gangsters, Lucky Luciano, Al Capone, they all used to come down there. Hot Springs. You can look it up. You can look this history up. These are your sacred grounds. These are your sacred grounds. Taniko, Manataka, Valley of the Vapors, land of the goddess Ishel. Yeah, so do your homework. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They yes, brother Joe Below, they pawned the people. Obama and Bush did that. Bush Jr. and Obama did that. They pawned the people off and couldn't afford to pay the debt. That's the reason why Bush has said when he got in office, I inherited a mess. Because China was on the verge of devaluing their currency. And then uh, Obama and Bush pawned the people, got the money, never paid the debt. So left the people in hock, basically. And uh, 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 Trump had to come in and balance that stuff out, man. You know, man, this is what hurts me more is I be on various social media when I get time and I take a little break. I go to different people's channel. You got some smart brothers and sisters out here, but they just don't get it, man. They don't get it. They will not let that legal fiction status go for shit for nothing. Nothing. They love it. And they don't even want to learn. But the saddest part about it is uh they're so smart till they hurt themselves. And eventually what's going to happen is, and this is the reason why the Paleo American autochthonous aborigine blood right air census went out. Uh Establishment of who you are, self-determination. Uh when these people start saying, because see, here's the thing. If Trump dumps the CEO position for commander in chief, he puts the country underneath military rule, or the United States and the states under military rule, and then he runs it for a while and he goes back to CEO. Unless they get rid of The amendment that says a person can only do 2 consecutive terms. Uh, Greed and money, as long as those two components exist, there's always a chance for it to go back to what he's trying to rid it of. And like I said, we don't know the heart of these people, man. So a good job done today can be overturned tomorrow. And our people need to let this be a sign of what's going on, to come out from underneath that corporate construct and through the right of self determination, establish yourself. You know, whether they do it or not, I don't know, man. Right now, I know we have hundreds of people that's with the Blood Right Heirs, and it's steadily growing. And we got everything already established in law. Once the Jural Society finishes what they're doing, I'm not going to say because I don't want anybody copying our methodology. I've had enough of that over the last 14, 11 years. So I'm not going to say here on this platform, but it's finito, finito, burrito. It's a wrap, you know. Uh, you know, unless our people start moving in that manner, there is nothing else really, man, over there on that side. Because let's say they go back to a republic, okay? Say they go back to the republic. You're still facing Dred Scott. You are still facing Dred Scott. And if you want to be Indian, you're still facing Johnson versus McIntosh. You know, these are facts. What do you think, those old case laws just going to disappear? No. It's still going to depend on status. Still going to depend on status. You know, it's what it is. So, like I said, our people are so smart till they hurt themselves. You know, and at this point in time, I can't even really worry about it anymore. I've done all I can. You know, uh, once the liquidity event hits, man, you know, it's time to go. You know, administratively, things are to be set up to run themselves. You know, we'll be good. You know, so in the St. Louis, not to my knowledge, brother Muriel. Uh, Hold on, not to my knowledge. The Jubilee is from the Bible. They trying to give us fake stimulus. Is going to snap back on them. New kind. Yes and no. Uh, P.T. Barnum said it best. There's a sucker born every minute. So those that know better, from 1933 to 1983, that was actually the period of Jubilee. That was 50 years. All you got to do is go read Senate document number 43, 73rd Congress, first session, contracts payable in gold, 1933, and then read 1983. There's your Jubilee period right there. For the past, what is it, 83 to now, uh, what, 37 years. You know, we've had the right to that. But here's the thing: the Jubilee that they supposed to give you is returning to your estate and returning to your family, your nation. You follow what I'm saying? Paleo American autochthonous aborigine, man. The What land belongs to no one by natural reason belongs to the first occupant. Land lying unoccupied is given to the first occupant. Maxims of law. So once you've already settled and established these things, and those that follow me, they know the landmarks and the anthropology and the paleontology that I use, as well as single nucleotide polymorphism, ancestry informative markers. We've already established that. So we're not looking just for Jubilee. We want what's called restitution and post millennium. That's a whole nother animal, different animal. And unless You're in propria persona. You can't even talk about that. So yeah, some are going to fall for the 600. Why? Because they want to stay in what's called that is legal fiction. When you start building towards nationhood, you have to take responsibility. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of sleepless nights, and it's a lot of hours that you have to put towards that. And you're going to have to give up Sunday afternoon football, roller rink Sunday night, going to the club, television, Tubi, uh, Netflix, and chill. You got to give up all that stuff, man. If you really trying to build something and want to get somewhere, how many people really want to do that? How many people really want to sit down and read for countless of hours, boring ass shit written in a book about history and law? Man, folks will be up there, man, before you know it, they'll be doing the Negro head waltz, man. Be doing the Negro head waltz, man. Head dancing, man, like it's doing waltzing to some Johannes Brahms or something. For real, man. A lot of people ain't gonna want to put up with that. So what they gonna do? They're gonna take the 600 and be happy. Facts. Yep. Mexican Bay. What's up, fam? You know what it is. Yes, sir. Yep. Uh Lena, yes. There are blood right heirs. There are, once again, there are other groups of Moors. You have Moors from the temple that's out there in California. And then you have those affiliated with us that are blood right heirs. Depends on what area you're in. Yeah, we respect the temple. We have love and respect for all movements. How people navigate, that's on them. But we're pretty much we do our thing from a totally different perspective. Still upholding, you know what I'm saying, what the prophet has brought. Uh Cryptocurrency. We have some Moors, Rambay, that are very good with that. You know, uh, me myself, I still haven't caught up to that. I haven't had the time to really just delve into it. But there are some people within our group that are very proficient with the knowledge of how those things work. Uh, my only worry about it is an EMP, electromagnetic pulse bomb, or if the power goes out or something like that. How will it be effectively used then if it's electronic and electrical based? You know, but as long as the grid is up, uh, and there's some form of electricity or solar power, whatever, I don't think that it's going to slow down. You know, from the looks of it, it may fall. It's like any other asset, even real assets of precious metals. You know, gold, silver, platinum, palladium, rhodium. They rise and they fall. Uh, I think it's probably going to end up being, in the same vein. The more they go towards green energy, the more crypto seems like it's going to be a solid medium of exchange. As long as electricity and the grid is up and they keep the blockchain and the network safe, I don't think it's going to slow down, man. I mean, it looks like it's established, to the best of my knowledge. I would say the person to talk to that has educated me a lot on that is Chicago Crypto Hustler. That brother's brilliant with that. And uh, uh, Abakai, he's educated me, and Sister Darlene Choice, she's educated me. So those are three people that I know, and the Grand Vizier, of course. Of course, he's not open for questions. He tells people this ain't his thing. He has other work to do. But uh, those are the three that's really brought me up to speed. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the space age aspect of crypto. So I think it's here to stay, man. Unless something happens to the grid. Yep. Yeah. Copper is good, Camp Powelton. Yeah. Copper is good. Uh One thing about copper, copper is known in the precious metals fields as Dr. Copper. That's what they call it. You can pretty much tell where the precious metals are going to go by the base metal of copper. Uh, as long as, here's the thing, a lot of people thought that gold was the best conductor of electricity. That's false. Silver is the best conductor of electricity in regards to the metals. It is number one in thermal conductivity and electrical conductivity. Uh, After that, it's like copper. Gold is like fourth one down. So copper is good. I would definitely get copper for the simple fact that if if they go back to lawful money, let's just say they go back to the republic and they go back to lawful money. Uh, According to the Coinage Act of 1792, United States Statutes at Large, Volume 1, pages 246 through 251, gold, silver, and copper was lawful money. If they go back to a trimetallic money system, those who hold gold and silver are definitely going to be good. And those who hold copper is going to be pretty good as well, because they're going to need right now the pennies that people have. Anything after 1983, I think it's like 97.5% zinc, 2.5% copper. Prior to that, like 1982, it was the other way around. So you really don't even have, real copper in circulation, or not that much, you know. So if they go back to a trimetallic money system, those are holding copper, man, you may see, for example, let's say you buy a 1 ounce, say you buy a 1 ounce copper coin, okay? 1 ounce copper round. And I've done the math on this. That 1 ounce copper round, number one, they don't weigh base metals, the rounds in base metals. They don't weigh them in troy ounces. That's only reserved for precious metals. They're weighed in what's called avoirdupois ounces, which is 28.35 grams, I think. Well, when you take that and you take the penny that's in circulation today, post 1982, and you see how much copper is actually in there, it would take 454 post 1982 pennies to equal that 1 ounce copper round in regards to the copper content. So you're looking at that 1 ounce copper round, 28.35 grams, is actually worth, if we're going content for content metal, it's actually worth $4.54. Yeah. So copper is good. Yeah. I'll be on junkies sometimes get electrocuted and go to prison for stealing copper from empty houses. Man, you ain't lying, man. Man, shoot, they be the meth heads, man, the pipe mouths, the meth heads, they sure do. That's what they do. They get up under them houses and get to stealing pipes and all that, man. Yeah. Yep. For real, man. They be trying to ride that through the rocket, man. They be trying to blast off. Yep. Yep. Iraqi dinar. I heard about that. Yep. Yeah, Tina Smith, everything's gonna be all right. You have to understand, man, there's an old saying, Shaitan plans and Allah plans, and Allah is the best of planners. We're gonna be fine. You know, uh, for every step. You take towards the Most High takes 10 towards you. So as long as you're moving in the right vein, you'll be fine, man. This has to happen. If he, listen, here's the thing. If Trump didn't do what he's setting out to do now, you're talking about within the next 3 to 5 years, you're talking about a fully communist regime rearing its ugly head. And I've been telling people this. I've been telling people this for years. This is where they want to take this, man. You can see it in California. You can see it in New York. You know, I now here's the thing. Uh, before it get bad like that here, especially Texas, Arkansas gonna go where whatever Texas do. That's just how it is. You know, uh, Louisiana, Mississippi. I believe before communism was to fully take over, man, these these gun toting Bible thumpers, man, they gonna make you prove that it's bulletproof, for real, and they know that. So if Trump did not do what he's setting out to do right now, you're looking at a full communist regime. Biden was bought and sold. Kamala Harris is bought and sold. A lot of our people, that's Democrats that's running for public office, quote unquote, in their corporation, are bought and sold. CCP had a lot of people in their back pocket. Uh, and not only that, you have to understand, uh, a lot of corporate nation states are jealous of the corporate United States. Yeah, we got our problems. Those of us that know better, we want to go back to the Republic. Why? Because for Moors, we know that the Republic is where our contracts lie, based on the contract known as the Constitution for the United States of America, 1787, organic and written. You know, and that's the reason why we push the Republic and the Constitution so hard. Why? Because it's contract law. We already know that. You know, uh, let's just stay hopeful, stay positive. You know, yeah, it probably is gonna be a little rough. Because you got to understand, you got 330 million people. Okay, for the last what 1933 to 2013, what is that, 80 years? And then uh for the last what, now it's 2021, so 88 years, people have been screaming democracy. This is all they really know. I guarantee you, do this experiment. Do this experiment. When you go to your job, when you're at the grocery store, when you just may be walking down the street, or you over kicking at a friend's house, just ask them, what form of government does the Constitution for the United States of America guarantee? Tell them they can't look it up. They can't look it up. You can't search, no Google search, no none of that. Say you got 10 seconds. Go. What form of government does the Constitution for the United States of America, organic, written, 1787, guarantee? You got 10 seconds. Go. And watch the answer you get. Watch the answer you get. So multiply that answer by 95%. That's how many minds of the population of the United States. 95% of the population, or what they say the United States is, 330 million. 95% of 330 million. Multiply that answer by 95% of 330 million. That's how many minds you got to change. to even know what the lawful form of government is and how it's supposed to run and how the people are supposed to operate and how we're supposed to be protected. And another thing, hold on. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Brother Omar Raphael, we got all those people. Yeah, Prince Poindexter, that's correct. That is correct. So you have to understand, man, going back to what I was saying, uh a lot of these people, man, they they're afraid because the fear is coming from not knowing. If you know, then you know what has to happen to make it right. But when you don't know and you've lived 60, 70 years, 50 years, 40 years, hell, even 30 years on the planet, and you don't know the lawful form of government or the wool that's been pulled over your eyes, yeah, it's probably going to look a little scary. What's going on? But it has to happen, and our poor people, man. Oh, Trump's a racist. Trump's a racist. Man, listen, Trump closed that border to keep the immigrants out for a reason. He said that it's not that we don't want them, but you got to come in right. Now, of course, we know, Paleo American autochthonous Aborigine Moors, we know that the vast majority of those people coming in here are autochthonous to this soil or they're indigenous to this soil. They have Paleo American Aborigine blood. What is Paleo American Aborigine blood for those that may not know? Go read Estudios Arqueológicos y Etnográficos Tomo Uno and Tomo Dos by Carlos Cuervo Marquez. Okay? Carlos Cuervo Marquez. And he tells you the Negro is the autochthon of the Americas. They found this excavated man from north to south. And he said that at some point in time, America was a Negro continent. Now, we can excuse the word Negro, 1920, we understand. But he's telling you about a phenotypical description. And he said the Negro is the foundation on which the red races, Native American races, was subsequently formed. We're the underlying basis that mixed in with all of these other ancient migrations that created what's called the Indian. So that's another discussion. But those of us that know, we know that these people have our blood, okay? And the problem is not them coming as immigrants to the land. The problem is that these people are the chattel property of another corporate nation state. You follow what I'm saying? And they're trying to come up in here where now what happens is it takes a lot to change ownership. You follow what I'm saying? From one corporate master to another. That's what they mean by the immigration. Basically, the immigrants are slaves running away from a corporate nation state plantation to go to another plantation. That's exactly what's happening. You follow what I'm saying? And no, the manumission hasn't been done correctly. That's why Trump wants to shut the border down so that the manumission can be done correctly. Those who don't know what manumission is, go look it up. Just like the Confiscation Act of 1861. If you're not familiar with that, Negroes were transferred from private property to federal property. Go and read about it. Confiscation Act of 1861. The Negro was declared, slaves were declared contraband, thereby confiscated from private property of the enemy at that time, which was the South, and manumitted, transferred to corporate federal property. So that's the issue. Now, if their status was corrected, then by the laws of nature and nature's God and the rights of blood and kindred, they could traverse back and forth. How do I know this? Because one of the blood right heirs, I'm not going to mention his name, he may want to stay in anonymity, but he told me His father-in-law stays in Mexico, and the vehicle is placed in trust, which is uh, a blood right heir indigenous trust. His father's vehicle, father-in-law's vehicle, traverse back and forth, no problem. And one day he asked the people, "Why y'all pulled me over?" He said, "Because your protection comes all the way from Washington D.C." So that's another story. I'm not gonna get into that. Don't ask me his name. You know, some of you, those in the Blue Right Heirs group, you already know who he is. So the master archivist. I'll just say that for the Blood Right Heirs. Y'all know who that is in the group. So that's the problem that they having with the immigration. These slaves are running from their corporate nation state plantations and they haven't been manumitted. You know. You say you had 500. Of course they couldn't, man. But it's right though, man. Texarkana, Nebenetcha, Sepketre. Yep. That's my mother's town, man. Texarkana, Arkansas. Yep. So let me see. Yes, I mean, Bay, the press is the most powerful tool. Yes. Malcolm X, everything Malcolm X said back in the 60s when he said about the media or the press, did it not prove itself with this whole Trump issue? Go back and watch what Malcolm X said about the media and the press will have you loving this person and hating this person when it's supposed to be the other way around. Everything Malcolm X said played out. Yep. The undocumented immigrants just makes things harder for their native government in the USA. That's right. It's all about doing the process right. It's corporate business, man. It's nation state, corporate nation state to corporate nation state. You know, that's facts. No, Sistadi. Uh uh I do have trust books in there. There are several types of trusts. Before you engage in one, what I would do is uh study trust. So you know which one is best for you. Brother Derek, that's the Confiscation Act of 1861. Peace, Alhambra Society. Peace, family. Peace, peace, peace. Yeah, y'all get with that brother, Alhambra Society, man. I've done a video on him. He does beautiful works, man. He deals with 3D modeling and stuff like that, man, of ancient statues and the brother Cole. Check his work out, man. Atlantis Rising. Atlantis Prime, excuse me. Atlantis Prime. Yeah, Atlantis Prime. Check him out. He's bad. So, all righty, man. I don't know what time it is. Let me see. Oh, it's 10:17. I know some of y'all gotta hit it in the morning. So I'm not gonna keep y'all on too long, man. I just wanted to touch bases with y'all. You know, I love my peoples, man. Love y'all, man, for real. Waiting on y'all to come home. You know, I understand when y'all get time. You know, if we do hit the moratorium after the liquidity event, uh, stand stand back and stand by. You know, we're gonna get you in there. We just got to get everything organized properly. You know, so therefore we'll be able to receive the new people coming in with better efficiency. You know, and a quicker time. So, Marcus Goggins, was Trump a good president overall? I'm gonna say this from a military veteran's point of view, because I'm a veteran, uh, and for what I was trying to achieve and accomplish in regards with my works and establishments, I would say yes. And the reason being, when he exposed the fraud of the 14th Amendment, it was a wrap. I knew he knew what time it was. Uh, when he made all the agencies liable underneath the Fifth Amendment, I knew he knew what time it was. I just started watching the little bitty chess moves he was making. Listen, like Dr. Claude Anderson said, racism is not something that deals with color. It's something that deals with competition. It's a competitive sport. You know, every so-called number one, if you got either O, A, B, or AB, negative, positive, and various structures within the blood. You have 46 chromosomes. You know, uh, not too much difference. So this is a construct. So he's racist. Listen, man. When he put something about the Bible in place, I was watching what this man was doing, and I was like, damn, man, this man is making all the right moves, you know, for me to do what I need to do. So all of that, man, in my opinion, and then during the virus, well, whatever this corona thing is, he was trying to, man, get people something in their hands where they were suffering, you know, at least something where they could use. Hey, my opinion, man, I think he did a good job. He did a good job. When he came forth and said, of course, we know he can't just let the cat out the bag. Black people built this country, you know. Uh, if you know what to look for, you would say yes. Overall, he was a good CEO of the United States Corporation. If you don't know what to look for, then he didn't do shit and he was prejudiced. He was racist, you know. I know what to look for, you know. So that's how I feel about it. Yep. You're welcome. You're welcome. Not a problem. Thank you, Brother Marcus Goggins. Oh, a Mexican Bay. Yeah, Damo, si, senor. Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that, fam. Do I think martial law is coming? We've been under martial law. Martial law was never relinquished, Brother Goggins, ever since the Libra Code of 1863. Uh, a government for the militaries of the field. We've been under martial law ever since. And the only way martial law can be retracted is through uh, a, a declaration by the president or a treaty. So Lincoln was killed before any of that could happen. So we've been under martial law, you know. I think the question you're looking to ask is, will we be back under a visible martial law in regards to a strong military presence on the street versus a laxed martial law? A visible, uh, if these people have their way and they cause chaos in these cities, this man must do whatever he has to do to protect law and order. He must do whatever he has to do. So yeah, there will be a visible presence on the streets. More. Oh, thank you. Let me say this. Uh, keep your keep your treaties handy. Keep your treaties handy. 1836 Towpath and ICCPR. 1992. Well, 1966, ratified by Congress 1992. So you can get with the archivist if you don't have them. If you need to contact the archivist, let me know. Just send me an email, and I will forward you to him. Okay. Yep. Muck City, Florida, and the Black Seminole Indians. I don't know too much about Muck City, but the Seminoles, yes, yes, I'm very, very familiar with the Seminoles. Mm-hmm. Yep. I do know that they are us. We're the original, the original Melanites, just like the Yamasi, the Catawba, uh, the Anayanwia, the 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 uh, the the Seminoles, also what Mikosuki, yeah, all those various heavily melanated people of the Southeast, yeah, yep. So blackouts, they've been testing the grid. We've had rolling blackouts here too. Uh, Core 104. I don't know what's going on. Uh, but I've been keeping an eye on it. Hey, Toy, I love y'all too. Uh, Alhambra Society. Yep. So, brother, you need to get that PDF for me so I can put you in the Morris Merchants folder. People love your work. So come on, brother Alhambra, I need that from you. Toy, get on them. Tell them I need that brochure so I can put them out there. So uh yeah, I honestly think that we're gonna see that. There's a possibility we're gonna see martial law. So yeah, I've heard of Timuakan. I'm familiar with them as well. Hmm. So, but once again, here's the thing. Y'all have to understand with these tribes. I think the biggest problem what people don't understand with these tribes is, and I got his work in the OneDrive too. Uh, Meredith Musa Quinn. Dude, dude is cold. Dude is cold. He's deep, very deep. I got all his videos. I got his work. Yes, I got all his stuff. I don't give a damn about his phenotype, his color. The man's knowledge is beast. Prince Uriel Bay went and had to sit down with him. Okay, so that lets you know something right there. Before he passed away, before both Meredith Musa Quinn and Prince Uriel Bay passed away, he went and had to sit down with him. Let me tell you something. Y'all have to understand that various words and terminologies are a part of trust law. If you don't understand that, you're in danger. I'm gonna say that you're in danger. And I know what my great grandmother Odessa Yancey taught me back in 1974 when I was 4, and her mother, you know, uh, great great grandma Liza. But as I grew up and started to get deeper into the research, if I wanted to be correct in law and move with power and authority, I knew that I had to deal with these people in a language that they understand and in regards to trusts that were established. That's what's going to, excuse my language, fuck people up. And it's coming too, for real. Like I said, Johnson versus McIntosh, Dred Scott versus Sanford. Take your pick. A Sieg Saw on one side of the temple and a Glock on the other. Take your pick when you're dealing with those people. Yes, it is, brother said G. That's a fact. No, the turnaround time now is 35 to 45, uh, sometimes 52. And what happened was my computer had crashed, and I had to get it back up. It threw me behind, so I had to run to catch up. So right now I'm about a week out, probably about a week, maybe 8 days to 10 days out. From 35 to 45. So let me see. So y'all, I'm not gonna stay long. Uh, Go ahead and get off. I've been on here now about, oh wow, is that right? Yeah, an hour and 35 minutes. Yeah, wow. Time, man, time be rolling. I got to work tonight, y'all. So once again, uh, I will definitely try to stop back in, and I can't say when, but you know, yes, E1B1A. Uh, what do you want to know about it? I have plenty of stuff in the anthropological folder. If you want to know the breakdown on that, go read the Kraken. I wrote about it. Go to my website, ObaShango-El.com, and go to Project One Code, uh, Chief Crypto, and look for Weapons of Mass Code of Law Destruction. That's Project One Code, the first link to Kraken. I wrote all about it. E1B1A, yes. So, T Major Production. What email? Send me an email at obashango at msn.com. Yep. So, alrighty, y'all. Off one, BC. Yep. Could be Nebuchadnezzar. You never know. You're right. You never know. So, y'all, I'm finna go ahead. I love y'all. Uh, Brother Mean Bay, the nation states have to be a member. The nation states have to be a member. I know the ICJ was written into the United Nations Charter Treaty of 1945, and I think that's United States Statutes at Large 59 Stat 1031. I think that's where the ICJ statute begins. So, but alrighty, people, peace and love. Y'all enjoy your evenings. Please be safe out there. You know, be aware of your surroundings at all times. And I love y'all, man. Peace and love. Ashe. And where we at? How you turn this thing? Is it here? I don't know. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Good night, y'all.